Hi, my name's Anthony Hines. For the last 40 plus years, I've tried to help people with their career. And most recently, because of the fact that I was in a long job search period and transition a while ago, I'm trying to help people as best I can when they're in transition to help them to keep moving, to help them to keep focused, to help them to keep looking forward, and to help them to know that they're not alone. Okay? They're not alone in the job search process, and they're not someone that is any less than the person they were when they were working. Okay? So let's start with this, gang. First of all, if you want to subscribe to my career podcast, go to podbean.com. Also, if you want to follow me to get my job search podcasts, go to also podbean.com. You can also get all of my podcasts at all of the major locations to pick up podcasts, and I hope you enjoy them. I have over 100 now, and there's more and more as I think of new reasons to create one. So I always ask people, reach out to me if you have an idea or if you have something that you're really struggling with, and I'll try to put together a podcast for it. Because my theory is I want to do what I can to help you. Okay, why? Because it's horrible to be unemployed. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care when they tell you, oh, take advantage of this. It's an opportunity, okay, or the like. They have a job. They have a routine. To them, it's no big deal because they're going to go back to their routine. All right. So what I like to do is focus on the person who's out of work, who really doesn't have that routine, to help them to get back going and get back moving, because that's how I believe you really come together in this process, because there's no rules here. It's really hard to play in a game when there's no rules, or the rules are the whatever you make them to be. So today I want to talk to you about what to do when you just feel like it's the whole thing is getting to you and you're overwhelmed. Okay, happens to everyone. All right, nothing you do is working. People that were supposed to talk to you haven't called you. Um, you know, you just went to the finals in a job and you came out second, meaning the other person got the job. You're just kind of overwhelmed and you just wish it would end. Okay? Here's a few things to think about to do if, in fact, you're in that position. All right? Number one, if you need to take a break, spend a day or two on things you love to do. All right? Because you know what? Maybe you'll develop a talent into something that you love to do. Say it's crafts or painting or the like, and create something for yourself or do something for yourself that you love, some sort of a hobby or something like that. And then I want you to create an Etsy page, and just on the side, you know the job search thing's not working out, so you create something that you like, you make it, put it out on Etsy, you sell it. You need some wins, people, right? You need some wins. And sometimes when you do something like that, it's a win. And not only is it a win on the small side for that location, and or even if you just put it out there with the pictures and get people looking at it, it's a win because it's something you created. It's something that wouldn't be around without you doing it. Because when you were working, you created things and you made things happen. So take something like that, and it can be Etsy, it can be Shopify, it can be all these sites, eBay, whatever. Do a house project and clean out things, or get rid of things, or create something to create a site, or as I say, get rid of old clothes and bring them to the charity that takes old clothes, or a homeless shelter, or a battered person shelter, or something like that. People that are with domestic abuse. You need wins. When the process is overwhelming you, you have to rebuild your psyche. Okay? And that's a great way to do it. Because if you create something or you get rid of a project in your house or you go do something that really has value in a different way, that is your way to start rebuilding your confidence. So whatever that is, go do it. Go do it. Okay? Next, what can you volunteer for? Or what upcoming event that you really means something to you can you get involved with? Because you know what? Again, this is a win. If you get involved with things that really matter to you, say for instance you had a relative who died of cancer and there's going to be a cancer walk. Why the heck wouldn't you volunteer for that? Why wouldn't you try to help to organize that? Okay? Now I don't care if really you're remote from the location or the like. Talk to the people and see if you can do work for them remotely, even if you're not close to an event. My point is, you need wins, as they say. So let's build some different kind of wins. And when you're volunteering, volunteer for something that really matters to you. Volunteer for something that really you want to make a difference in. Because to you, that's an important win. Okay? Next thing to do. LinkedIn is filled with all kinds of free learning. The on the internet is filled with online classes that are free or online seminars that are free. Go take a few. And you know what? They don't have to be in something that you work on. Take something you really like. And because that's going to get you feeling inspired. Take something that is you have a passion for. Take a class or a seminar in something you have a passion for. See what I'm doing here, people? I'm rebuilding you because when the process gets to you, it gets to you in your heart. And it's so tough. It's so darn tough to keep going when you got nothing in the pipeline and you just went to the finals on a job and you came in second and you can't believe it and you sit there and you go, why? What happened? But it happens to everybody. And not to make you feel better, but this is how I dealt with it. All right? I started doing things that really mattered to me. And that gave me strength to go back and keep looking for a job. Because when you get the wins, people, in the things you love, the things you value, you gain confidence. And you feel, you know what? If I wasn't out of work, I wouldn't have been able to do this. See what I'm saying? See how you turn the negative event positive for you? Like let me tell you about what I do, right? When I make all these podcasts and the PowerPoints and everything I do on the internet, my documents and the like, do you think I would have been able to do this if I wasn't unemployed for 13 plus months? No. But when I was going through with that, how do you think I felt? I felt horrible. I had one interview, people, in 13 plus months. One interview. Okay? But I said at that point, when I got working again, I said, no one's ever going to go through this again. I am going to do whatever I can so people are not going through this. But if I never went through it, I couldn't be helping people, right? I mean, thousands and thousands of people have listened to my podcast. Thousands. But that's all started because I decided to do something of value outside of the process. Okay? So I want you to think about that for you. Do something for you during the process. Build something for you, whether it be volunteering an event, taking some online courses, or taking some seminars in something you love, building something on Etsy or eBay or the like, going through your house and getting rid of stuff you don't need. Because you know what? All those are wins. And they're projects, okay? They're projects that you wouldn't have had time to do when you were out. But you got time to do now. So let's bring the value to you. Bring back the confidence to you by doing something of value to you. That's how you deal with this process when it's getting to you, when you're overwhelmed. Okay? And when you get to the finals, or when you have something happen where you just say, what am I going to do? That's how you build your confidence back. All right? Now, again, once you get your confidence back, and once you come back, one day at a time, people, one day at a time. I used to get up every day and say, today's the day I'm going to get my job. Today's the day it's going to happen. Because you know what? One of the days, you're going to be right. And maybe it doesn't happen this day, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen faster if you take action for you. Education, volunteering, certifications, classes, seminars, networking lunches, networking coffees, professional meetings. You know, I talk about all these in my other podcasts. But you know what? I just gave you a bang bang outline of the stuff to do when you get your confidence back. But that's not now. This is when you're overwhelmed. So instead of telling you to take a step back, because I hate saying that, because that says that you failed, I say take a step different and do this. Do something of value to you and work on those things and regain your confidence and then bang it out and go for it. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta just adjust. You gotta tweak. And you gotta work on different types of things. Because when you use this time to help you to grow and to help you to improve, you have now maximized the value of the time that you've been in transition. So instead of feeling lost, as much as you can, as much as you consciously can, say, what else of value can I provide myself? What can I do that I've always wanted to do? What can I start that I've always wanted to do? Because that's when the value is going to come out. And that's when you're going to start building. Okay? I always say this process is like Legos, right? I mean, when you go into a Lego store, you see those giant Lego creations. But how did they start, people? They started with a vision, and they started with the person taking the first Lego out of the pack and putting it on the table or putting it on the place where the product was built. That's all this is about. Legos, one Lego at a time. But it's got to start with the first one. And sometimes, gang, sometimes when you're feeling overwhelmed, get a different color Lego because that's going to help you get through it. Okay? All right, everybody. My name's Anthony Hines. Please subscribe to my career podcasts and also go out to my LinkedIn profile, get my document, my LinkedIn, my article on job search because it's a checklist, people. You go down the list and your job search is going to move. It's going to help you to feel less overwhelmed. But go out there and do it, gang. I'm always adding new recruiters, new people. People come to me all the time. Anthony, can you tell your people about me? And sometimes I do if I think they're going to be any good, or sometimes I don't. Because you know what, people? I don't want to give you someone that's not going to respond. That is the worst. The worst. And I test them before I put them down on any of my sheets. So the fact of the matter is, go to my LinkedIn profile, get the job search article, and remember, change the color of the Lego. Do something of value to you. And then you're going to gain your confidence back to get moving in the job search process. You're going to feel a lot better about what you're doing because you're not going to be in neutral anymore. You're going to be moving forward. Have a great day, everyone. Stay healthy. Stay well. Bye bye now.